There are also calls today for The View to go next when you've got hosts like Whoopi Goldberg spitting when she's speaking about Donald Trump. Look at this.
You can't refute anything with him because he just, when I say him, I mean...
He rambles.
Trump.
Yeah.
He tends to just...
But can I mention one thing? Because
that's on the ABC, of course, but what a class act. I mean, speaking about Donald Trump, you can't make this stuff up. Should The View go next?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Sunny Hostin has faced challenges or she's been in trouble, let's say, by executives at ABC for some of these smears and lies that she spread. There needs to be some level of accountability with these talk show hosts. People tune in to left-wing networks. They expect to get a left-wing talking point. But what they shouldn't expect or what we shouldn't treat as normal is the fact that there is nothing but...
There's some serious drama happening on The View, and this time, it's not coming from one of the hosts. Instead, it's Karoline Leavitt, a young, confident, and unapologetically conservative voice who stirred the pot without even stepping foot on the set. Karoline sparked a major reaction when she fired back at The View for what she described as hypocrisy and double standards. Her response, delivered with sharp clarity and no sugarcoating, hit hard. It didn't just get attention, it left Whoopi Goldberg, Behar, and Sunny Hostin.
If you average out The View hosts, among the dumbest people on television.
Sunny's dumb. Certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a wealth.
The hosts were once again discussing politics, specifically Karoline's role as a former Trump press aide. That's when Behar made a comment that sparked outrage. She said, "I think she was probably put in that position because Donald Trump thinks she's a 10. Basically suggesting Karoline only got her job because of her looks. That statement struck a nerve, especially coming from someone like Joy, who often claims to support women and stands up for equality. Many viewers were surprised and disappointed. Critics online didn't hold back either. One comment that gained traction read, Behar
While I vow to provide the truth from this podium, we ask that all of you in this room hold yourselves to that same standard. We know for a fact there have been lies that have been pushed by many legacy media outlets in this country about this president, about his family, and we will not accept that. We will call you out when we feel that your reporting is wrong or there is misinformation about this White House.
Boom. She's got more.
I would like to point out to each and every one of you that in 2024, when Joe Biden was in the Oval Office or upstairs in the residence sleeping, I'm not so sure, egg prices increased 65% in this country.
Bam! She's mocked, her achievements are questioned, and her appearance becomes fair game. She didn't stop there. Karoline accused the hosts of pushing a toxic double standard. She said the real issue isn't her age or qualifications. It's that she refuses to fall in line with their ideology. Her words struck a chord with many people who feel that mainstream media, including shows like The View, only uplift certain voices. Whoopi Goldberg jumped in too, suggesting that Karoline owed her platform to wokeness, implying that without it, she wouldn't have been given opportunities. That didn't sit well with Karoline either. In her response, she firmly said, "I got here by working hard, not because of diversity quotas or tokenism." Ouch! Meanwhile, Sunny Hostin tried to steer the discussion toward race and privilege, but Karoline wasn't having any of it. She cut through that argument quickly, saying that using identity politics to tear someone down isn't empowerment, it's manipulation. But perhaps the most jaw-dropping moment was when Karoline said, "The View doesn't want strong women."
Average out The View hosts, among the dumbest people on television.
Sunny's dumb. Certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a wealth. One of the things I wanted to talk to you about, I wanted to play this, but we decided we shouldn't play it. We don't want anybody to have any sort of a way to get it down. The episode of you when you're on The View, when you were running for president.
Right.
Donald Trump is a billionaire, a real estate mogul, and a television star. But does he really want to add president of the United States to his resume? A lot of people would like him to.
You got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
Please, let's find out, and please welcome my friend, Donald Trump.
That's right.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Behar gives you a big hug. Barbara Walters gives you a big hug. They all loved you.
How you doing? We're so happy to have you. Whenever you're on with us, we're very happy.
We love it. They're talking about you in such a favorable light. The audience was cheering, and then you actually started winning in the polls, and then the machine started working towards you.
Joe Biden knows how to do this.
Trump. Yeah.
He tends to just...
Democracy. Even longtime fans of The View are starting to question the hosts. Some are calling them out for being exactly what they criticize bullies in disguise. One viral tweet summed it up well. The View says they support women, but only the ones who agree with them. Karoline just ripped the mask off. And it's not just talk. Karoline's profile is rising fast. What was meant to embarrass or discredit her has only boosted her influence.
There is so much good news, so much winning out of the Trump White House right now that the mainstream legacy media can't keep up with it.
I saw you on The View.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's been overwhelming my past couple days. So I just went in there, did my thing. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know who Sunny Hostin was. I actually still really don't know. So I wasn't expecting necessarily for her to kind of try to ambush me in that way and attack my character in that way.
Well, it is the show that people love to hate.
Yes, that's true.
They get so much hate watching viral clips of them saying ridiculous things. I mean,
yeah.
it is a rabies-infested hen.
Challenges it. Whether you agree with Karoline Leavitt or not, her response made one thing clear. People are tired of the double standards. They want honest debate, not performative outrage. And when a show that claims to stand for women tries to tear one down, people notice. So now the question is, what happens next? Will a BEC step in and make changes? Will sponsors pull out? Will The View recover, or is this the beginning of the end? One thing's for sure, this controversy isn't going away anytime soon. And Karoline Leavitt just became a much bigger force than anyone at The View expected. They want women who follow their script. And I refuse to play that game. That statement alone blew up on social media. Viewers started using hashtags like CancelTheView and Caroline A. Clapsback. Within hours, it was trending. What's worse for the show is that, for once, they're not in control of the story. They're on the defensive, and it's showing. Insiders are now saying that BC executives are having urgent conversations about the future of the show. The controversy is reportedly making advertisers nervous. Brands don't want to be associated with negativity, especially when it comes to accusations of sexism and hypocrisy. Even longtime fans of The View are starting to question the hosts. Some are calling them out for being exactly what they criticize bullies in disguise. One viral tweet summed it up well. The View says they support women, but only the ones who agree with them. Karoline just ripped the mask off. And it's not just talk. Karoline's profile is rising fast. What was meant to embarrass or discredit her has only boosted her influence. She's now being invited on more shows, gaining more followers, and becoming a bigger name in conservative